Welcome back to another second stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Today, we are specifically going to go over the stimulus package that was leaked. This is the draft that the Republicans created. Now, I'm going to show you, we're going to pull it up right on the computer and we're going to walk through it line by line. I want to explain to you what is here. I want to explain what is not here, what this draft means, and also what it could mean in the future. Remember, today is Sunday, July 26th. Tomorrow, the Senate will be back on Capitol Hill. Hopefully, they will be negotiating with Democrats very soon, hopefully tomorrow. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. So before we dive into this bill, this proposal, first, I just want to ask you, if you enjoy these second stimulus check updates, please do me a favor and smash that like button. Just tells YouTube to share this video with other people here on YouTube as well. And lastly, last night or yesterday afternoon, I created another video teaching you a way to make money from home. This video, I'll link to it down in the description box below. It just shows you how to earn $189 per day with no website. So if you want to make money from home, go and watch that video down in the description box below. All right, so let's dive in the computer and let me show you exactly what is in this bill. So this is the bill right here. This is the whole PDF of the bill. Here's what I want to show you, okay? Now, we'll go through it line by line, but the main thing you want to see, I already know, is the second stimulus check and unemployment, okay? I know those are the two things you want to know. The third thing is there's something for essential workers. I already know that, but we're going to go through this together, and I want to explain everything that's in here, or what really you guys probably care about, okay? So first off, let me get to the second stimulus check and unemployment. Here it is. Okay, stimulus payments right here. These will be included, but the amount of the payment and eligibility criteria are to be announced. Okay, TBA. Here's what we need to understand about this. Okay, first off, these will be included. That is a key sentence right there. Okay, key phrase. These will be included. However, the amount and the criteria, the reason why I believe they are not going to include this, which makes it very difficult to negotiate on a bill that is not a complete bill. But the reason why I feel they are not going to include this is because they want to get these two. They want to get this unemployment right here and the stimulus payment, both of these combined. They want to get those locked in together. And I believe they want to do that because this is how they're going to save some money. Okay, so they're going to give money to a bunch of other places. I'm going to explain that in a second. But this is where they're going to try to save money, either on stimulus payments or on unemployment benefits. Okay, now, so we already understand about unemployment or the stimulus payment. Now let's talk about unemployment, because this is a key thing. This is a key factor in the next stimulus package, and when it gets passed, is what is this number going to be? Now, in the video I did yesterday, I mentioned how the likely scenario is a $200 per week check, simply because it takes too long for the government or the states to come up with what is 70% of a wage replacement. And I mentioned how it would be smarter if they did $200. It would save them money until they could get that 70% wage replacement figured out. Well, this is what this says, okay? This right here says there will be some type of extension of the enhanced benefit, but likely not $600 per week. It doesn't say but not $600 per week. It says but not likely. So there's a chance that $600 per week will get extended at $600, and then they'll go to a 70% income limit. However, it also says there will be a transition period during which there will be a flat amount of extra UI per week. That was pretty much what I was trying to explain in yesterday's video. If you didn't get a chance to watch that, I'll put a link to that down in the description box below as well, so you can go and watch that there. But that was kind of what I was alluding to, was it would make more sense to have about a month worth of time where people are getting a flat amount, just like they're stating here, and then transition to something different, because it would help out the people on unemployment, and it would also help out the states, okay, or save the government money if that's what you want to do. Now, after that, there will be a new policy that better aligns with the individual's lost income. Pretty much what I was alluding to. So that is those two things. Let's go back up here. Okay? Because when you read through this, you can see the government is trying to save money. There's $302 billion top line for Appropriations Committee. That's $235 billion of that is to the Labor HHS Subcommittee. $20 billion direct payments to farmers. $21.3 billion to defense total. $11 billion of which is to 3610 payments to contractors. We've got Homeland, $200 million for TSA. Nearly $1 billion for FEMA grants. $1.6 billion for CBP to cover fee shortfalls. JT can elaborate. Okay, we don't really care about these little side notes. $5 billion for vaccine distribution overseas. Most likely that's going to be, like a consulate or, some type of embassy or something like that. $13 billion for THUD, $10 billion of which is to the Airport Improvement Program. And then we get into the Labor HHS, which they break that $235 billion down. That was the total that was listed up here. Okay, $25 billion for testing, $26 billion for vaccine research and distribution, $1.3 billion for workplace training on social distancing. I don't really understand this. You just give somebody a tape measure and say, hey, stand 6 feet away. You don't need $1.3 billion to teach people how to social distance. It should be common sense. And so I could save the government $1.3 billion by doing a video on common sense. I guess anybody could do that, but that could be a pretty good video, I guess, if it paid $1.3 billion. $15.5 billion for NIH labs and research. $25 billion for the hospital provider fund, bringing the total to $200 billion. Okay, $4.5 billion for SAMHSA for mental health, suicide prevention and overdose response programs. I think this is very good. I think this is needed right now because mental health is, people are struggling right now. Suicide prevention and overdose programs, again, with money being tight, people being locked in their homes, mental health, suicides, overdoses, it's a big issue right now. $7.6 billion for community health centers, $15 billion for childcare, $105 billion for education, and explains all the different education. $5 billion for the governor's fund, $29 billion for higher education, $70 billion for K-12. Then breaks it off down here. There's $10 billion to private schools, $30 billion is distributed to states within 15 days and must be sent by states to school districts within 15 days after. Okay. They're also going to include more additional funding and change the program a little bit for the PPP program, okay, the Payment Protection Program. And it says there will be streamlined loan forgiveness for small businesses, for small loans under $150,000, and intermediate forgiveness process for loans under $1 million. So there's going to be more businesses that get some free money, which could help out quite a bit. There's going to be a second round of PPP loans for businesses under 300 workers or within the SBA size threshold for their industry. That can be distributed that can demonstrate 50% lost revenue compared with a reference period. Okay, there we got that. We don't really need to go into too much of that. I know a lot of you guys that have been watching my channel, you don't really care about the PPP program, so I'm just going to address that really quick, but that's about it. Healthcare, the Finance Committee, the Medicare Part B premium will not increase in 2021, which is great. Finance tax provision, enhanced employee retention tax credit. Okay, and here, this is one that I thought was interesting. This one right here. Increase the business meal deduction from 50% to 100%. So if I were to take a client out to a meal, I could deduct normally 50%. However, they want to change that from 50 to 100. So pretty much what that is going to entice me to do is take more clients out to lunch, talk about business, right? Liability reform. This was the big thing that they want to get in there. Okay, this whole liability. So that's right there. They are trying to get that passed. I think the Democrats will agree some type of liability needs to be in there. However, they're going to fight over who gets it. This is another big one. And even says, certainly expect to get some added in negotiations with the Democrats. No additional money for state and local governments. I guess they just had to throw it in there, but we'll see what happens with that. And so that's pretty much it. Okay, that's the entire thing. Now, here's what I want to explain, because I think there's a lot of people that are worried about this section right here. Stimulus payments, unemployment, when is it coming? To be honest with you, I think the stimulus payments are going to have a little bit of a holdup. I don't want them to. I think it's needed. Many people believe the stimulus checks are the biggest thing that is kind of propping up the economy. If there is no second round of stimulus, no second stimulus check, what's going to happen is the stock market is going to struggle. The economy is going to take a big hit. Businesses are not going to be able to open up. The credit market, credit cards, banks, they're going to get hit financially. Home loans. People are not going to be able to pay for their homes, their cars. Things are going to be repossessed. Homes will be foreclosed on. And the problem is we're going to go backwards very quickly, and it's going to be ugly. So the second stimulus check is very important. It's vital to the health of this economy. In addition, unemployment. Like I said in yesterday's video, again, if you haven't seen that, go and watch it now. I'll link to it down in the description box below. But with this unemployment, like I said, I believe the 70% model is good for some people if you make over a certain amount of money. Now, what it said in this drafted bill, is that it's possible, or possibly by multiplying a person's state benefit is how they're going to align their new policy. So pretty much what that would mean is maybe they'd multiply it by 1.5. So if they made, let's say, $200 in their state unemployment benefit, they'd multiply that by 1.5, which would come out to, what was that, $300? But in the meantime, until they can figure out that system, and again, this is the problem that I have with not only the Republicans, but the Democrats as well, and specifically just Congress, okay, and the government, is that they knew that these systems were old and antiquated. They knew that, there's a problem with some of these state agencies. They're not funded correctly. They are understaffed. They don't have the resources and the technology needed to be efficient. And they've known this for years, and now they're waiting to pretty much the very end, where it's do or die, and now they're trying to get something passed and pushed through. That's my issue with the government, is they always wait till it's too late to try to fix something. And that's not the way anybody should run. Specifically, the United States. This is, if you ran it like a business, this business would be bankrupt, would be broke, would have gone under years ago. All right, guys, so that is all I have for you today. I might do another stimulus check update video later on today. If not, I promise I will do at least one more video showing you another way to make money online. But like I said, go and watch that video that I did last night. Okay, I show you how to earn $189 per day with no website. So if you want to make money online, that's the video you need to go and watch. All right, guys, thanks for watching this second stimulus check update and stimulus package update video. Like I said, this was just a leaked report. I wanted to go over it. I wanted to show you what was in it, what was not in it, what we can expect coming up this week. And what I can tell you right now is negotiations this week are going to be interesting. So we'll see what happens there. Like I said, I'll keep you updated on everything stimulus related and how to make money. So if you can, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. And like always, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.